Hey everybody, welcome back to Nerdword and America's Heroes. I'm Josh and that's Earl.
How you doing, everyone?
So this week, me and Earl are going to be talking about a character and a show that's been out for a few months starting this year. So Earl, tell us, what is the story with Lucifer?
Well, Lucifer is basically, he's the devil.
Yeah.
He's Satan. He's the one that God sent down to hell to run it. It's a character that came about in Sandman. Morpheus went down to hell to retrieve the soul of one of his lovers, who he had imprisoned in hell.
Okay.
He runs into Lucifer, and Lucifer looks at him and just says, I'm tired of running hell, and has his wings cut off, and then comes to Earth. And the last scene in the comics you see of Lucifer, he's sitting on a beach, just soaking up some sun.
Okay.
Then it proved popular enough. A little bit later, they went ahead and gave him his own comic.
Okay, and what goes on in his own comic?
It's sort of similar to what he does in the TV show, but instead of being paired with a police officer, he just goes around doing different things in different stories.
Okay.
With just a big bunch of different people.
Alright, so what are the main characters in the comic book show?
There's Lucifer. It's been a while since I read it. There's a character very similar to the demon that runs around with him that runs his club.
Okay.
And there's a couple here and there. It's pretty much like an anthology that goes along.
All right, and instead of using an angel like I don't know, Gabriel, they use another one called Menadil, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. And in the comic books, he was a white guy, but in this one, he's a black guy. I don't really care about the racial difference, but I think the actor who's playing Amenadiel in the show is pretty spot on.
Yes, I'm trying to. He's been in a few different TV shows, and I'm trying to remember. There was one I can't remember. The one was fairly recent.
One that he's on right now is called Rosewood, I think. Rosewood? He's a cop in there.
There was one now. He might have been in something like The Shield or 24 at one point, but I've seen him somewhere else too. I always like his acting.
Yes. Okay, so compared to the comic book, how did you think the TV show really holds up to the comic?
They have to have their differences because I think the comic is one of those things that only comic fans will really get. Mm-hmm. But as far as the TV show, it holds up really well. Now, they make him seem more of a good guy in the TV show. Or maybe a guy who's curious about, how the other half, so to speak, lives. Mm-hmm. And I think, in the comic, he's more inclined to do things that we would consider wrong or evil, and to him, it's nothing.
He's more confident and sure of himself in the comic book.
And a suspect, in a crime or something, he's more comfortable and dead. Then, everybody's like, look, you gotta cut that out, because...
Yeah, you're in the human world now.
Right. And a lot of people, they take, the whole Lucifer deal and, God, as being just figures of speech or whatever and not, actual. So, that's why when people go, what's your name? It's Lucifer. They're like the devil?
Exactly.
Why exactly. And, they're more likely to not believe that he's actually Satan.
Yeah. Definitely, kind of like the police girl in the TV show. Mm-hmm. Though she was starting to get that believably that he was the devil, but she kind of lost it. Yeah, till she shot him. Yes, and the show does deal with Lucifer, the devil, and mortality, which is an interesting thing. I never thought of doing something like that, but that's pretty interesting.
Right, since they've never had to face it before.
Yeah, but yeah. When I first heard about the TV show, I heard a lot of backlash, mostly from the Christian community. I mean, come on, people. Yes, they're using the characters in name, but they're not really focusing on history or whatnot. It's a comic book TV show.
Yeah. He's not a big red devil-looking thing with fire coming out and horns and a tail. And
yeah, I know.
And what's amazing is everyone tends to forget Lucifer was an angel cast out from heaven. Mm-hmm. If that's the case, he looks like an angel.
Yeah. Doesn't really look like a demon.
Yeah, he doesn't look like the monster that, has been portrayed in all kinds of different paintings and art and literature. You know, if you want to take it literal what it is, he's got wings.
Yeah, he does. And
Like Red Bull.
Red Bull gives you wings. Yeah. So definitely an interesting show. But for the non-comic book fans, do you think that they'll be able to understand the show? Do you think it'll be a good show for people who aren't in the comic book community?
Oh, definitely. I think it would be a harder transition for anyone who enjoys the TV show to read the comic.
Yeah, probably.
I think they would probably read the comic and not really, I don't want to say they wouldn't enjoy it, but they just might not get it. Mm-hmm. Especially since he segued from Sandman into Lucifer. Because, you know, some of the points in the TV show are so much different from the comics.
Yeah.
But I think the TV show, the TV show is enjoyable.
Yeah, it really
Very
is.
enjoyable.
Definitely.
And the actor they have playing Lucifer, spot on.
Yes.
The arrogance, the ego, the
the ego.
The
womanizing.
snarkiness.
The womanizing too, yeah.
Yes, he is a devil of the flesh.
Yes, most definitely.
But I kind of tend to think that his second in command has a thing for him.
Yeah, Mazikeen.
Yeah, but she also wants to go back to hell.
Yeah, which is kind of a bit of a flip-flop, because she has to serve Lucifer, but she also wants to follow her own path as well. So it'll be interesting to see in the show how that relationship goes.
And it has been renewed for a second season, which is good news.
Yes, because it's on Fox.
Yeah, and
Fox
hardly anything ever gets renewed on Fox.
Rip.
I know. Everybody, Firefly.
Yes, but they did come out with Serenity.
They did. It's just odd. That was a movie that came out from Fox. Yet they called it Serenity. Yet the TV show is called Firefly. Yet the comics are called Serenity. Yet the card games and role-playing games released are called Firefly.
I don't know. It's one of those
It's a
things.
licensing nightmare.
Oh, yes. But yeah, with Fox, you really can never tell if something is going to last a season or not. Or even a few episodes either.
Yeah.
So, better watch out for Fox. Nothing on there stays very long.
No.
So, thank you guys for listening to What's the Story With. And I'm Josh, that's Earl. We will see you guys next time. Bye!